The IELTS listening test has 4 sections. Each section has 10 questions. You will hear a number of different recordings and answer the question accordingly. There will be time for you to read the instructions and questions, and you will have a chance to check your answers. All recordings will be played once only.
You will hear a conversation between a man and a young girl at a train station information desk. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 10. You will hear the conversation only once. Listen carefully and answer the questions.
Good morning. Welcome to Kingbridge Central Station. How can I help you today?
Hi, I need some information about trains to Liverpool. I've never used this station before.
Of course. The next train to Liverpool leaves at 10:45 a.m., and after that, there's another one at 12:15 p.m.
I think I'll go for the earlier one. And which platform does it leave from?
That'll be Platform 3, just up the stairs to your left.
Thanks. And what about the ticket price?
A standard one-way ticket is $24.50. A return ticket is £45. But if you have a rail card, you can get a third off.
Oh, I do have a student rail card. That's good to know. Can I book the ticket here?
Yes, you can purchase it at the counter or use one of the self-service machines next to the main entrance. The machines usually have a shorter queue.
I'll try the machines then. Do I need to validate my ticket before boarding?
No, that's not necessary here. Just make sure to have your ticket ready when asked.
Got it. By the way, is there a waiting area?
Yes, we have a passenger lounge on the first floor right above the ticket office. It has free Wi-Fi and charging points.
Sounds perfect. Also, do you know if there's anywhere nearby I can get a coffee?
Sure. There's a Cafe Nero just next to Platform 1 and a Costa Coffee inside the station near the bookshop.
Excellent. And one last thing, how long is the journey to Liverpool?
It's about 1 hour and 45 minutes depending on the number of stops.
Great, that's all I needed. Thanks very much.
You're welcome. Have a pleasant journey.
You have half a minute to check your answer. You will hear a speaker giving information about a local community center and the facilities and services it offers. You will have some time to look into the question and then listen carefully to answer the question. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Riverside Community Center. I'm Julie Morton, the coordinator here, and I'm going to give you a brief overview of what we offer before you take a look around. The Riverside Community Center was established in 2005 and has since become a vibrant part of the local community. We're located on Greenway Road, just opposite the post office, and we're open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Our main building houses a variety of rooms for activities. On the ground floor, we have a large hall, which is often used for fitness classes and social events. There's also a cafe, which serves drinks and light snacks throughout the day. Upstairs, you'll find several meeting rooms that local groups can book for workshops or private gatherings. We also have outdoor facilities, At the back of the center, there's a children's playground and a small garden, where we run gardening clubs during the spring and summer. Next to this area is a secure bike rack, which we encourage people to use to reduce parking congestion. Now, let me tell you about some of the regular events. Every Monday and Wednesday, we run computer literacy classes, mainly aimed at older residents, although anyone can join. On Fridays, we have a language exchange evening, which is very popular among international residents who want to improve their English and meet new people. In terms of membership, anyone living within a 5-mile radius of the center can register for free. Just bring proof of address when you sign up. You'll then be able to access all the services and attend most classes without charge. There is a small fee for some specialized workshops, but we'll give you a full schedule when you register. Lastly, for anyone interested in volunteering, we have opportunities in the cafe, in admin, and also as activity assistants. Volunteers are vital to keeping the center running smoothly, and we provide full training for all roles. Thank you for listening. I'll now take any questions before we begin the tour.
Now listen carefully and answer the remaining question.
Before we begin the tour, I'd also like to highlight some of the key staff members here at the center and what they're responsible for. It's always helpful to know who to contact if you have questions or need help with anything. First, we have Tom Delaney, who manages the sports and fitness programs. If you're interested in yoga, aerobics, or even joining our weekend football league, Tom's your go-to person. Then there's Maria Lopez. She looks after the arts and crafts workshops. She's recently added a pottery class and photography course to our program, which have both been a big success. Kavita Shah is in charge of events and bookings. So, if your group needs a meeting room, or if you want to organize a party or seminar, she'll help you with all the arrangements. David Ng handles our volunteer program. As I mentioned earlier, we rely heavily on volunteers, and David does a fantastic job training and supporting them. Finally, if you have any questions about the children's programs, such as the after-school club or weekend drama sessions, you'll want to speak with Nina Patel. She's particularly good with first-time parents and making sure the little ones feel safe and welcome. You have half a minute to check your answer. You will hear 2 university students, Sam and Alicia, discussing their group project about urban wildlife with their tutor, Dr. Benson. You have some time to look into question.
Right, Sam and Alicia, thanks for coming in. I just wanted to catch up on your group project progress. You're focusing on urban wildlife, correct?
Yes, we decided to explore how wild animals adapt to life in cities. We've done some initial research, and now we're planning our interviews and field observations.
We're dividing the work. Between us, Alicia will handle the interviews, and I'll do the observation side, mainly in local parks and green spaces.
Sounds good. Have you decided who your target interviewees will be?
Yes, we're going to speak with local residents and a few city council staff who deal with urban planning. We thought about including school children, but it might be difficult to get permission.
That's wise. What challenges have you come across so far?
Well, time management has been tricky. We both have part-time jobs, so coordinating schedules has been a bit of a problem.
Also, some areas we plan to observe don't have much wildlife activity during the day, which limits what we can record.
You might consider going early in the morning or at dusk. Many animals are more active then. Have you thought about your methodology? Are you using a survey or a questionnaire?
Yes, a questionnaire. We're designing it now, keeping the questions short and mostly multiple choice to make it quicker to complete.
You have some time to look the question.
And we're planning to use a rating scale for people to evaluate how often they see certain animals like foxes, hedgehogs, or birds of prey.
We considered asking people to record sightings as diary entries, but we felt it would be too time-consuming.
That's a smart approach. And how are you going to present your findings?
We're thinking of doing a short presentation with slides and also preparing a poster for the departmental showcase.
And we'll include charts to compare animal sightings in different city districts.
Good thinking. Before I forget, remember to keep a record of any unexpected observations. They might be useful for your analysis or conclusion.
You have half a minute to check your answer. You will hear a university lecturer giving a talk about penguins, focusing on their characteristics, habitat, behavior, and threats to their survival. First, you have some time to look the question.
Good afternoon, everyone. Before we begin today's session, I'd like to introduce our guest speaker. We're pleased to welcome Dr. Bill Foster, a wildlife biologist and leading expert in marine bird ecology. Dr. Foster has conducted extensive field research in Antarctica and the Southern Pacific, with a special focus on penguin populations and conservation strategies.
Thank you, Professor Jenkins. It's a pleasure to be here today. Penguins are not only iconic symbols of the Antarctic but also an important indicator species when it comes to measuring the health of marine ecosystems. Today, I'll be talking about penguins, their physical adaptations, habitat preferences, behavior, and the growing environmental threats they face. Let's begin by looking at some of their most distinctive physical features. Penguins, one of the most fascinating flightless birds on Earth. Known for their upright posture and black and white plumage, penguins are native primarily to the southern hemisphere, with most species found in Antarctica. Let's start with their physical characteristics. Penguins have evolved over millions of years to thrive in some of the planet's harshest climates. Unlike other birds, they have solid bones, which help them dive efficiently. Their wings have transformed into flippers, enabling them to swim with remarkable speed and agility underwater. They also possess a thick layer of blubber under their skin, which insulates them against sub-zero temperatures. In terms of habitat, different penguin species live in varying environments. For instance, the emperor penguin, the largest of the species, breeds directly on the Antarctic ice. In contrast, the Galapagos penguin, the only species found north of the equator, inhabits warmer tropical islands. The breeding cycles also differ. Emperor penguins endure the Antarctic winter, with males incubating eggs for up to 2 months without food while the females hunt. Now, let's look at their feeding behavior. Penguins are carnivores, feeding primarily on krill, fish, and squid. They catch their prey underwater and can remain submerged for several minutes. Interestingly, penguins don't have teeth. Instead, they have spines on their tongues and the roofs of their mouths that help them grip slippery prey. Before we continue, we should know that the penguins are not just common birds. They are one of the extremely intelligent creatures and is unique in its own. Communication is another essential aspect of penguin life. In large colonies where thousands of individuals gather, penguins rely heavily on vocal calls and distinctive body movements to identify mates and chicks. Each penguin's call is unique, rather like a fingerprint. As for threats, penguins are facing increasing danger from climate change. Melting sea ice reduces breeding grounds and impacts food availability. Overfishing also disrupts their feeding patterns, especially when commercial fleets target the same fish species that penguins rely on. In addition, plastic pollution has become a major concern, as penguins often ingest or become entangled in debris. Conservation efforts are underway. Marine Protected Areas, or MPAs, have been established in certain regions of the Southern Ocean. These help regulate fishing and protect penguin feeding zones. Public awareness and sustainable fishing practices also play a crucial role in reducing human impact on penguin populations.
You have half a minute to check your answer.